Hello everyone, welcome to UVN College Digital Class. I am Manisha Manashwini Padhi, lecturer in the Department of MCom in Finance and Control. So today I am going to start a new chapter for you, that is the Principles of Management chapter. Okay. So in my previous video lectures I covered the part regarding banking and insurance and marketing. Today I am going to start a new chapter for you all, that is Principles of Management. So let us understand what is management, what are the principles of management, who is the father of management, and there are a lot of things including in the Principles of Management chapter. So let us start with today's video lecture. All types of organizations require management to run their activities. Management arranges various resources, appoints persons to carry out various activities and channelizes efforts to achieve organizational goals. Third point is a charitable organization, a hospital, an educational institution, profit earning organization, non-profit organization, etc. all need management to carry out the things properly. So when it comes to management, from the word management we understand that to manage is called management. Okay, so even if in our homes management is necessary. For example, there is a family of 5 members, that family consists of 5 members. So there is only one earning member who earns 30,000 rupees per month. So according to that they will plan their expenditures, and apart from expenditure there will be some kind of savings also. Okay, so in our homes management is also needed. So basically management means to manage something properly without any kind of disturbances. If management is not there, everything will go uncoordinated and nothing will progress properly. Okay, so management is very important in all kinds of organization, whether it is a small organization or a large organization, whether it is a profit making business or a non-profit making business, etc. So in an educational institution management is needed. Similarly in a temple management is also needed. Okay, so without management we cannot do any kind of activity. We can think of a small example. I am planning to go for a picnic in the month of December. Okay, so I cannot arbitrarily just wake up in the morning and say I want to go to picnic. Okay, so before going to a picnic I have to plan a lot of things, I have to manage a lot of things. First of all I have to collect information that who is going and who is not, and after that I have to decide the place where we want to go for a picnic, and after that there are a lot of things, what things will be taken by us, and where we are going to eat something, where we are going to have our lunch or dinner, where we are going to move, etc. Okay, so these are the basic things which we are going to do before going into a picnic. Okay, so my point here to say is that whether it is a small organization consisting of 2-3 people or it is a large organization consisting of 1,000-2,000 people, management is compulsory. Yes, we can say that in small organization doing management is easier, but in large organization managing people is very difficult because there are a lot of human resource available there. Every person is different from another person. Okay, but we can accumulate all these things, and one thing we can say that management is needed in every type of organization, whether it is small or large, whether it is profitable organizations like business organizations, etc., and whether it is non-profitable organization like charitable institutions, NGOs, temples, etc. Okay, so let us move further. So that is what written here, that a charitable organization, a hospital, an educational institution, profit earning organization, non-profit organization, etc. all need management to carry out the things properly. So if we are going to think of a hospital, there are a lot of activities which are going on to perform the duties in a hospital: admitting a patient, attending the patient, operating the patient, keeping the records of the patient, etc. So in order to do the work effectively and efficiently, coordination is needed in all types of functional departments of the hospital. Okay, So in order to manage all the functional departments of a hospital, management is very essential. Okay. So in the second point, what is written that management arranges various resources. So obviously if we are going to manage something, we will get to know that what kind of resources are needed to manage, what are the physical resources needed, what are the human resources needed. So according to that, resources will be accumulated. Okay. So management arranges various resources, appoints various persons to carry out various activities. So the basic motive of management is to achieve the organizational goals or organizational objective. Whenever I am doing a business or I am setting up a business, so I must have some kind of objective of mine that I want to do, I want to get 100 units, I want to get 100 units sold this month, I want to make my profit doubled. So these are the organizational goals or objective which is being achieved by proper management of the organization. So this is the basic meaning of management. In order to bring success, the activities need to be carried out effectively and efficiently. So obviously doing management is very difficult. We can think of a lot of things, but all those things, all those activities should be properly carried out effectively and efficiently. So basically we use this word effectiveness and efficiency very much interchangeably, but this is not same. In my next slides I will be discussing what is the difference between effectiveness and efficiency. Okay. So the next point is there will be a need to have an agency which will guide and direct various persons to carry out different functions assigned to them. So for example, there is a company called XYZ Limited having 30 employees appointed there. Okay. So if there will not be any kind of guiding agency or regulatory body, so every person will be doing their work according to themselves. There will not be any kind of discipline in the organization. Okay. So in order to get the works properly done and in order to guide the employees in a correct direction towards the achievement of the organizational objectives, so there should be a kind of agency which will guide and direct various persons to carry out different functions which are assigned to them. The agency comprises of managers and the collective activities of managers will be called management. So management is a collective activities which is done by the managers. So managers are the person who do the management activity. The managers can be of different kind of managers like top level managers, middle level managers and lower level managers. So every manager does the management according to their responsibility and their authority. So managers will ensure the effective use of various resources for achieving organizational goal. So every manager has some kind of expertise or some kind of experience available with them which they will use in using the resources in a cost effective way so that it can be used in a maximized manner. Okay. So what we understood, doing management is easy, but management gets done by the managers only. So those managers can be top level managers like CEO, CFO, CMO, etc. Those can be middle level managers like marketing manager, production manager, purchase manager, etc. And the managers can be lower level managers who come in direct contact with the daily laborers or daily workers like supervisors, etc. So every manager at their respective levels plan for something and manage people who are under them. Okay. So top level manager is the highest level, middle level manager is the bridge between top level and lower level, and lower level manager is the lowest level of management. So this is the duty of the manager to accumulate the resources, that is the physical resources and human resources, and work properly with these resources so that the resources can be used positively, can be used maximizingly. So that was the basic introduction regarding management. I hope you have understood it. Next we are going to discuss the meaning of management. Managers perform a series of activities for managing the organizations properly. Management is a universal phenomenon and is not restricted to business organizations only. It is equally performed in non-profit making business or non-profit organizations such as educational institutions, hospitals, clubs, etc. So, we understood that management is done by the managers, and managers perform a series of activities to get managed. Managers perform series of activities to manage the organization properly. Okay. So, series of activities is otherwise known as a process. So, what we understood ki management is a process in which management is a process in which all the resources of the organization gets managed properly. Okay. So, in the second point we understood that management is a universal phenomenon. Why management is a universal phenomenon? In our homes management is also there, in a country management is also there. If we want to take an example of other countries like USA or UK etc., so there also management is there. Okay. So, management is a universal phenomenon, and this is not restricted to business organizations only. Our home is not a business organization, but management is also present there. Okay. So, management is not restricted to business organizations. It is equally performed in profit making business and non-profit organizations like educational institutions, hospital, clubs etc. So, whether it is a small organization or large organization, whether it is in our country, in our city or outside the country, management is very important. Management is needed in every kind of organization. So, if we want to understand what is the meaning of organization, organization is a collection of people where two or more organization is a collection of people where two or more people are there who work together to achieve a particular objective, achieve a certain objective. Okay. So, organization is a collection of people. So, as there are a lot of people involved in organization, so management is needed. So, next is concept of management. So, management is defined differently by different authors. In order to understand its concept, we must understand its meaning. So, for a proper understanding, we will study the traditional and modern concept of management. So, from here we understood that there are basically two concepts of management. First one is traditional and second one is the modern concept of management. So, under traditional concept, what is the definition of management? What is the meaning of management? Management is the art of getting things done through others. So, traditional concept told that in management we get the things done through others. We means managers get the things done through others. But in modern concept, two more words are introduced in this concept, that is, management is the art of getting things done through others effectively and efficiently. In my next slides, I will be discussing the difference between effectiveness and efficiency. So, let us understand what is modern concept. So, management is an activity which is necessary whenever there is a group of people working in an organization. According to modern approach, management is the art of getting things done with the aim of achieving organizational goals effectively and efficiently. So, both the modern concept and traditional concept are same, but there is only difference of two words, that is effectiveness and efficiency. So, if we want to understand the modern concept insists on three factors, that is that management is a process, and second one is management has efficient and effective performance. Third one is management helps in achievement of organizational goals. So, first this is a process. So, what do we mean by process? Process is a series of steps which are necessary to get the things done. So, as management is a process, management includes a lot of things which is called management functions. These management functions include planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. So, these are the functions of management which I will discuss in my next video lecture. So, next second point is efficient and effective performance. If efficiency is related to optimum utilization of resources or no wastage of resources, whereas effectiveness is related to the achievement of targets in time. Third one is our achievement of organizational goals. So, obviously, wherever management is done, there is only one particular motive, that the organizational goals or organizational objectives should be achieved. So the modern concept of management emphasizes on the achievement of organizational goals. All activities of the employees must be directed in such a way that the goals of the enterprise are achieved efficiently, and the group goal should be the individual goal of every employee. So whenever we are working in an organization, there are two goals which are in front of us, like the organizational goal, organizational objective, and the individual objective. So whenever there will be a clash between the organizational objective and the individual objective, organizational objective should be given preference on and above the individual objective. So these are the basic concepts, basic meaning of modern concept of management. So I have told you that I will discuss the difference between effectiveness and efficiency. So let us understand. So effectiveness and efficiency are generally used very closely or interchangeably, although both these terms have very clear and separate meaning. So far as management is concerned, both effectiveness and efficiency are the two sides of the same coin. So we understood that in the modern concept gave the definition that management is the act of getting things done through others effectively and efficiently. But effectiveness is different and efficiency is different. So effectiveness denotes to a situation where the goals are achieved within a stipulated time with the given resources and means. So what we understood, that effectiveness is related to time factor. On the other hand, the efficiency is related to cost factor. Efficiency, on the other hand, states to a situation where goals are achieved correctly with minimum cost. So let us understand this difference through this diagram. So effectiveness refers to completion of task within the time, and efficiency refers to the completion of work within minimum amount of cost. Okay, so effectiveness is related to time factor and efficiency is related to cost factor. It is concerned with end result. That means effectiveness is concerned with the end result, that is the completion of the task, and efficiency is concerned with only cost benefit analysis, using less resources and getting more amount of output. Last one is effectiveness is a very broad concept, but efficiency is less broad as compared to the effectiveness concept. So efficiency is concerned with economic and technical aspects of the organization. So management is a key factor and a universal process for the success of any kind of organization. So any organization is a systematic arrangement of people brought together to accomplish a specific objective. The end results of the management activities will be products, services, ideas, profits, loss, growth, etc. So if we do management activity, so the results will be products, services, ideas, etc. Okay, so this is the basic meaning concept of management. So today I discussed the basic meaning concepts of management. There are two concepts, modern concept and traditional concept, and we discussed another thing, the difference between effectiveness and efficiency. Effectiveness is related to time factor and efficiency is related to cost factor. So for example, a person is given with 1 hour to do a particular work. The standard time to complete the work is 1 hour, and that person completed the work within 50 minutes. Then the superior of that person checked the work properly, investigated the work. He found out that the work is done properly, qualitative work is done, and there was no kind of mistake. So here we can say that the person is very effective because he has completed the work within the stipulated time. Similarly, let us understand what is efficiency. A manager has given a particular work to an employee to complete the work to produce 1 unit of a particular product where the standard cost is given rupees 200. So that person can expend maximum 200 rupees to produce that particular unit. That person started the work and completed producing 1 unit, and the expenses was 175 rupees. Then the manager investigated and found out that the work is done completely, the quality of the product is also good. So here we can say that the person who did this work is efficient. Okay, So basically I want to say that the effectiveness is related to time factor and efficiency is related to cost factor. So I hope you have understood this video, understood concept and meaning of management. So if you didn't get something, you can ask me in the comment box and I will clear your doubts. In my next video lecture, I will discuss further. Thank you so much for watching.